doing some practicing. I'm on a desk chair, and I got my Topspin Pro, and this is going to help me practice where I'm just moving around and hitting, and so that upward motion creates spin, and so I can just move my feet around, and just a great way to learn how to lift or bend your knees, or lifting motion, more lifting motion, you want to say bend your knees, but you see so many people that play, and there's no need at all. They stand straight up and not lifting motion. So here I'm practicing. I practice with my backhand here, left hand backhand. I practice my right hand, and so I just move around and just kind of slide around like this in the chair. I happen to be in the kitchen, so be careful about where you practice, or you don't want to break things or anything like that. But find ways that you can practice. You don't need a big space. And so here I'm at home practicing, and so I'm practicing here, backhands right now, or practice left hand forehand, lift around. And so I know sometimes when you're doing videos, it'll look like you're playing right-handed, show left-handed. And so here I'm practicing lifting, and so it's a great way of moving around. And you notice you're lifting, okay, keeping eye level, okay. And so it's just a great way of practicing. And I like to use a cover on the racket, and it's kind of interesting that what I did was I just picked up a small racket at the thrift store, a little squash racket. People actually use these, they call them saber. This is a saber, okay, graphite saber. And so I just put a bigger cover on it, Kinex cover that I took from another racket. And now I just practice, it gets a little bit heavier. And so it's a great way of practicing. Be creative in your practice, and so I can do one hand or two hands, and so it's a great way of practicing. Sometimes I cross my arms, There actually was a very famous player that would cross his hands. He would use two hands, and he would cross his hands, and great doubles player. Do you know who he is? Find out, okay? And look him up if you can. Great doubles player. Won, I think, a number of Wimbledons, and so here I'm playing. He played a two-handed forehand and a two-handed backhand, and so he crossed his hands when he hit, and so it's kind of neat. And so just a great way of practicing. And so sometimes I just practice backhands. I come on this side, I turn around, I practice backhands on this side. With my other hand, I'll slide over here and practice backhands this way. I practice over here, and I can do it with forehands too. So I hope you enjoy finding different ways, creative ways to practice. And so here I'm just in the kitchen practicing